So have you ever typed something into an AI tool like ChatGPT or Claude or even Grok, and you got the result and thought, wow, this doesn't even sound like me at all? Or even worse, this sounds exactly like everyone else, and it makes me just blend in. Welcome to 2025, the era where we have more AI tools than ever, right? But somehow a lot fewer original voices out there. And that's something that is coming up quite a bit. I noticed even going on LinkedIn, there's a lot of people talking about that on there, how a lot of the content, a lot of the posts are very AI sounding, and there's no originality out there, and that a lot of the posts kind of fall flat and are just not impactful and a waste of people's time even looking at. So this should get interesting because the heat is on of where's the originality to the posts, to our knowledge, to our voice. But AI isn't the problem here. AI is one of the best tools that we can ever have in this day and age. But we need to figure out how to use it the right way. It's not about AI. It's about how people are using it. So use it to your advantage, right? I'm Jennifer Rist. I'm a human performance strategist and the creator of the Clear Method, helping ambitious professionals like you perform at your highest level in the age of all of this AI drama, right? And today we're going to dive into something that your audience, your clients, and you honestly, also your credibility, depends on, right? Because originality is key here. There's only one of you, and you are here for a reason, and you bring expertise and intuition and intellect and all of those great things. And that's what makes you amazing. So let's bring it to the table, let's tackle it with AI and make you awesome. So let's look at how to use AI without losing your voice, killing your personality, or diluting your expertise. Because really, your voice is the only thing that the algorithm cannot duplicate. There's only one you. There's not even another person in this world that thinks like you or has your ideas, your experience, and everything bundled into one package. So show your stuff, right? And let's be awesome. But let's find ways to make our lives easier so we're working smarter and not harder. And AI-generated content is exploding, right? According to McKinsey, 75% of organizations now use generative AI, up from about 33% only 2 years ago, right? So it's growing like crazy. And Adobe found that 68% of consumers say brands sound less human than they used to. So our customers notice, right? But I mean, I'm sure you as a consumer notice when you're ordering something or you have a problem, or even all of those crazy phone calls that you get on your phone all the time, right? Everything's automated. Everything is AI. You can even tell in the tone and the sound of a voice that's supposed to be Sarah, right? So it's kind of funny that way that we're all kind of in tune and knowing that we're getting an AI bot calling our phones these days, or we're dealing with an AI bot when we're trying to resolve an issue that we have with something we purchased. And guess what? 81% of people say trust influences their buying decisions more than anything else. But I think it's always been that way, right? We always buy from the people that we like, that we know and we trust. When we're going for a mortgage for our home, we work with the bank that we know the manager, or we know the people at the bank, or we've done business with them for a long time, right? So it's kind of the same thing. And I think that you would agree that you may also order products from certain brands because it's something that you know, like, and trust, or there's someone on the other end of that phone or at the store that you connect with and you feel that you could trust their credibility. So, which means is that when content sounds too AI generated, right? Our mission, our values, everything that we're putting forward to our customers or to those that we're serving or working with, our credibility drops. If your voice disappears, your differentiation disappears too. And here's the real danger. AI can help you write faster, but it can also help you write these fluffy, polished, SEO-friendly nothingness, right? It's just a lot of marketing fluff and BS. And believe me, I'm in the product management space. I've been in marketing roles. And one of my biggest pet peeves was, let's convey a message of value to the customer. Why should they be buying this product? What problem is it solving for them? And I see a lot of fluff, and that's been even frustrating for me being in the vendor space and being someone that is pushing product out to customers, especially at a corporate level. So I've seen fluff, and I hate fluff, and I think most people hate fluff too. And audiences, they're basically over it. So as I mentioned, even LinkedIn, there's a lot of professionals that are over this puffy white cloud of all of this AI content that just means nothing, right? And Stanford research, they show that people detect generic impersonal language under 3 seconds. So it's like, it's almost like just like a blink of an eye that they just disengage instantly. So if you can't capture your customer or the audience's attention within 3 seconds or less, you're dust. So the puffy white cloud and the fluffy words, people are onto it. They're like, onto something else. This is boring. So no, AI isn't killing authority, but generic AI content is. And that's why it's really important when you're using AI to never, never, never use it right out of the gate, like the first pass. You put something in, you really need to feed the beast with a lot of information and a lot of guidance as to what you're looking for in order to get a good output. And AI should be your amplifier, not your identity. Don't rely on ChatGPT for everything. It takes away who you are, right? Think of AI like a really smart intern. Brilliant, helpful, fast, but you are still the expert in charge. And if you're not somebody that is in charge or a leader and you want to be in charge, there you go. It's your opportunity to be in charge of everything, because you could tell ChatGPT, Claude, Grok, whatever you're using, this is what I want done, and this is how I want it done. So you could be the boss of yourself, right? Well, here are 5 strategies to keep your voice strong while using AI like a pro. The first tip is start with your brain, not the prompt box on the computer, right? Before you even open your laptop, before you even open ChatGPT, jot down your opinion, your lived experience, your stories, the one takeaway that you want people to remember, a sentence that sounds like you, your overarching gut feeling, intuition. And if it sounds all sloppy, that's okay. Feed it into ChatGPT. ChatGPT will make it amazing, but it needs the guidance. It needs to know, what exactly do you want to say? How do you want this to sound? Do you want the tone to be professional, or do you want it to be fun and charismatic? So it's all about how you guide it. Because if you don't feed AI your voice, it defaults to this generic internet soup. So it's just only pulling basically what everyone else is feeding, ChatGPT. So if you don't want to be like everyone else, don't be like everyone else, but you need to feed it. You need to feed your laptop with your ChatGPT app with what you want to say, all about you. And you deserve better than that generic internet soup, for sure. A second tip is use AI as an editor, not as a ghostwriter. You are smart. You have so much experience. You are knowledgeable. You are in the world. You are seeing problems that need to be solved. AI is phenomenal at clarifying those messy thoughts, tightening structure, suggesting angles, gathering statistics and research for you, and punching up the phrasing. But the thinking, the real thought, the insight, the expertise, that has to come from you and only you. And if you're relying on ChatGPT to give it to you, you are giving them pretty bland and non-specific information and content. And that's why everything sounds the same. It's because there's only one you. And if you don't tell ChatGPT or Claude or whatever you're using what you want from them, it's only going to give you what they have in the reservoir of information that they have. Because if the idea doesn't come from your brain, you start sounding like everyone else, right? The third tip is inject voice markers, which can be your secret weapon. So you're like, what the heck's a voice marker? A voice marker is the things that make you unmistakably you, who you are. You know, some people, they have those quick quips and one-liners. If you're one of those guys, bring it in a ChatGPT, add it, because that brings out your personality, right? Think about things like your humor style, your go-to phrases, your frameworks, like the CLEAR method that I talk a lot about on this channel, your storytelling, if I could get that out of my mouth, your storytelling patterns, right? How do you tell stories? Are you very, verbose and dramatic when you're telling stories? Also your rhythm, is it short, punchy sentences, or are you someone that does the play-by-play and does longer, reflective ones? Then literally tell your AI tool, rewrite this using my voice markers. Conversational, direct, slightly humorous, high performance tone, things like that. Help it refine to make it more like you. It works every time and beautifully, and you'll be so shocked when you really sit down and you think about all of your personality traits. How do you, really communicate with the world? And you add it in, it's amazing. Because AI is only as personal as the inputs that you give it. So it can only reflect you if you give it the information about you. And add stories AI could never know, right? These are things from your experience, maybe even from when you were a kid, right? Here are the things that AI can't touch, like your lived experiences, your scars, your client moments, your failures, the time you almost quit and walked away, the meeting where someone or something wild happened and you kept a straight face anyway. According to Harvard Business Review, stories increase engagement by up to 300% compared to data alone. And frankly, ChatGPT can't make up the stories, right? Or they can give you stories, but it's going to sound all made up, because if it's not something that comes from your experience, it's a really tough one for you to tell the story, right? Because it's not your own. You're telling somebody else's story, maybe that they picked up from someone else, or just some generic fluff that really maybe sounds stupid or maybe doesn't even sound realistic. But stories are your competitive advantage in an AI-saturated world. So AI can polish your story, but it can't replace your personal story, for sure. And the fifth tip is perform the bland check before you hit publish, right? We all know what that is. Ask yourself, does this sound like something anyone could have written? And you have to be honest with yourself, right? If yes, revise or throw it out. Totally throw it out. Insert more of your voice, more insight, more edge. Go back to the drawing board. Tell ChatGPT, this is not what I want. I sound like everybody else. This is the tone I want. This is my personality. This is my experience. This is really what I wanted to say in the end. Go back. Don't just let it fly, because it'll just blend in and you will be on that train of just taking easy street. And so although AI makes things a lot easier for us, sometimes it's harder because we really have to guide. It's like guiding a child, right? We want to raise this child right. We want to be able to tell ChatGPT, how do we want our content to look, feel? How do we want to convey ourselves? Because then, especially if you're going into like a meeting or something where you're presenting and you're using ChatGPT, you're only going to be confident if that comes from you. If it's something that's bland, you're going to be like reading up a script and not knowing what the heck is going on. But when it truly comes from your heart, people feel that. People feel the impact of that. And if you're looking at what you have after you've put everything into it, You're like, no, this is me. Then hit publish. AI and ChatGPT and all of these AI applications are awesome, and they will make you a rock star. But you gotta bring your rock star to the table. So the goal is not to be, just one of many. It's to be unmistakably great, not just accurate, but awesome. And something that people trust is coming out of your content, out of your mouth, out of your presentation. They feel your heart, right? They feel your heart and soul. They feel your emotions. And it's because it's coming from you. AI is just helping you find the right words to convey your message. So the more AI floods the internet with generic content, the more valuable your real human voice becomes. So Gartner predicts that by 2026, 80% of online content will be algorithmically generated, which is next year, right? So let's see what's going to happen. But your authentic tone, your lived experiences, and your true perspective, these are the things that AI cannot copy. So AI can scale your message, but only your message can elevate your personal brand. So using AI doesn't dilute your expertise. Using AI without intention does, and it will fast, especially if we're seeing and hearing from others that they're noticing the consistent AI content, bots, everything coming out, right? They're noticing that, they're already pushing back on that. So we need to step up because it's only going to get worse. And the more we step up to be our own selves and to expose and validate what we bring to the table in our experience and all that we know, that will make you stand out. So here's your challenge. Next time you use AI, start with your own opinion. Then let AI sharpen it. Even if you just have to go back to a handwritten journal and sit there and really focus on what do you want to say, and then push it in the unit, push it into AI, and say, this is what I want. Don't hand your identity to a tool. Direct the tool. Be the director, be the boss of AI, because you are the boss of AI, not the other way around. So when you do this, your voice stays strong, your credibility stays intact, and your content finally stands out again. So if you're tired of that cookie cutter AI content and want more tools to strengthen your human performance, your clarity, and your voice in the age of AI, hit subscribe, drop me a comment, and share this with someone who needs to reclaim their voice. And if there's any topics that you'd like me to focus on in this channel, put those in the comments as well. I would love to tackle the things that are really on your mind when it comes to performing at your best in the age of AI. And we will see you all on the next video.